Sometimes the calendar throws you dates that hit you harder than others. And just a couple of days ago, May 23rd, 2025, marked exactly 77 years since the massacre at Tantura, the small coastal village in Palestine that once looked out on the Mediterranean like it had all the time in the world. This conversation that you're about to hear, it's not easy. It's long, it's raw, and I'm deliberately not cutting it. Because this is eyewitness history. What Fayzeh lived through shouldn't be edited for time or comfort. We owe her that space. We owe her that space for truth. Now, just a heads up, what follows is graphic. It's emotional. Fayzeh talks frankly and with searing clarity about rape, about plunder, about killings. She names things the way they happened. There's no euphemism here, no soft focus. And there shouldn't be, because what happened in the Tantura wasn't a battle or a clash, as the official historians would like you to believe. It was a massacre, full stop. You will also hear Fayzeh use the word yani a lot. It's Arabic and it's loosely translated as you know. These are little conversational ploys people subconsciously use when they are piecing together painful memories and want to make sure you're still with them. And believe me, with a story like that, you want to stay close. And then she brings up her cousin Adnan more than once. His name comes up like a shadow trailing the story. And I want you to know I tracked him down. I sat with him in Germany. That interview is coming soon, and it doesn't just add to the picture, it shifts the whole frame. Because here's the thing, what Israeli militias did to the women and what they did to the men, those are two completely different horrors. If Fayzeh gives us the view of a witness, watching, listening, surviving, Adnan gives us the view from inside the furnace. In many ways, his account is even darker. Not just because of what he saw, but because of what he had to endure. Because of what he was forced to do. His testimony isn't just about atrocities committed in front of him. It's about being trapped inside them. Direct victim. Involuntary participant in unimaginable horrors. At gunpoint. Not meant to survive. No distance. No buffer. So when that interview drops, you will understand. This isn't just a shared story, it's a gendered story, a fractured memory. And hearing them both together is the only way to begin to understand what really happened in Tantura. But today it's Fayzeh's voice, her words, her grief and her resilience. The title of this interview is the same as her book, The Call of the Lilies. If you watch the interview, you will understand their significance. And there's this one line of hers that really struck me since I first read it. She writes, "On the path of my life, joyful at times, painful at others, my ears have never ceased hearing the call of my homeland's lilies, asking me, of all the journeys I have made, why was the return to Tantura not among them?" That sentence carries everything. The displacement, the longing, the injustice, the echo of a home that still calls, but that's been buried under someone else's picnic blanket, buried under a parking lot, virtually under a parking lot. So try to listen closely, not just with your ears, but with that part of you that still believes memory matters. Because this isn't just about Fayzeh, this is about what we choose to remember and what we allow ourselves to forget. This is the first of a number of interviews about Tantura. What you will hear might upset you, you might not believe it, and you might not accept it. For those who contest the facts, I have written an extensive exposé on Substack. In it you find all the sources. The links in the description. And here we go. So, Fayzeh, thank you so much for having me in your lovely home. We are here in Amman, in Jordan. You are the second person of the same family that I'm interviewing. As you know, I interviewed Dr. Adnan in Germany 3 weeks ago. and you have kindly invited me into your house to talk about things that happened when you were very young.
Yeah.
So we briefly discussed this before the interview. So we will discuss Haifa, your journey to Tantura, and from there your journey to Kuwait, and then your journey from Kuwait to Amman.
Yes.
So you have seen many things, many different things, each of which would have been sufficient material for many books and many lifetimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So please introduce yourself. Who are you?
Yeah. My name is Faizeh. My father is Mohammed Al-Yahya. He was a lawyer in Palestine. I have three brothers and two sisters at that time. And we were living in Haifa at that time when the invading of Haifa started. We were in Haifa, living in our house, nice house.
And we're talking about 1947, 1940?
Just before Tantura was with the other people,
Okay.
with the Jews. I mean, we were in Haifa for 2 years. First, I was born in Jerusalem, and my father is a lawyer. He was working in Haifa, and when I finished my elementary school in Jerusalem, we went to Haifa. We lived in Haifa. My father has an office for him, like we call him Muhami. I don't know the exact word in English, but Muhami is the one who defends for people their problems or these things. We call him Muhami. I think it is lawyer. Anyways, and we stayed in Haifa when it was also ruled by Germans at that time. So sometimes we used to see the fight between the English people who lived in Haifa at that time and the Germans. Too much. And then I think they won. The English people, British, they won the war. So all the other people from Germany left back to Germany. That's what I hear from my father when we grew up, not at that time exactly, because I was young to understand, but I know that they are coming from Germany. And when I go to buy something and they see me, I am very young, and there are soldiers from them, and then they ask, do you want chocolate? I say, yes, they give me chocolate.
The soldiers from whom? From the Germans or
From
from the
the
British?
Germans.
From the Germans.
From the Germans.
Okay, so that must be the tail end of the Second World War.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, at the end of that time.
Yeah.
Then directly the English people came.
Yeah.
What I remember is that the English people came, and they used to be, when they go in their cars, you can see, like, let's say, not less than 4 or 6 cars after each other. And they stop together and they drive together. If they see something wrong, they stop. If not, they go on. And I remember one time my father was taking me to my school from our village country that's named Tantura to school. I was in 4th grade at that time.
The school was in Haifa.
The school was in Haifa, and he took me to Haifa. And something happened with the car, and it stopped and turned to the other side. And then he said, I was very afraid, and my father, of course, stopped, and he went out to see what's happening. Then we saw about 6 big cars for the police. Those were English at that time. Then English people, they stop all. Even some of them were black. I think they were like with the English people. they were with them, they stopped to help. And I was afraid to see black people for the first time in my life. At that time, I saw black people. And then I started to run, and my father shouted at me, "What are you running from? Why are you there?" Anyways, I remember that exactly. Then my brother was sitting he is older 2 years than me. He ran after me. He brought me and let me sit in the car. And we sat. And then they fixed for my father his car, whatever it was, I don't understand at that time. And then we continue going to Haifa. We were coming from Tantura to Haifa for school because Tantura has only until 4th grade. Then I have to finish until to continue my school.
So your family were actually living in Haifa,
in Haifa.
And you had a house in Tantura, which was kind of the summer residence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At that time, we were in Tantura, going to our school, coming back to Tantura, going to school in Haifa and coming back to Tantura. And
was it common that people had cars in that time?
Nobody except my father. In Tantura, the only one that has a car was my father. He was a lawyer.
Do you still remember what car was that?
It's very hard for me to remember, but it's so beautiful one, and I hear that it was made in Germany, I think.
Okay.
One of the Germans.
Okay.
Yani very beautiful one with nice color, big. We sat, yani we are very happy to sit there. My father was the only one in Tantura to drive a car because we have two buses. One bus goes in the morning, one bus follows him let's say 2-3 hours after. They go to Haifa. Take some who wants to go to Haifa. Many like my cousins, Adnan, anybody else, they go to Haifa to study in the school, but they were living in Tantura. So they go and we come back. But my father, the only one that has car for himself at that time.
Okay. So you went from being first at school in Tantura.
Yes.
And later, the higher grades, you were in school in Haifa.
Haifa. After the 4th grade, because there is more than grade 4 in Tantura, my father took me also to school to continue. So I was in 5th grade, I started in Haifa, to be in Haifa. So we were used to go. And my smaller sister was smaller 2 years than me. My brother 2 years older than me. 3 of us, we are 3 now, yes. 3 of us go to Haifa. He was 2 classes more. My sister Makbuli was 2 classes less. We go to Haifa, we study, and then we go home to Tantura with the bus. There are 2 buses for Tantura, but sometimes my father doesn't want to go to Tantura. He wants to stay in Haifa. At that night, maybe. He has more work. He doesn't want to go. So he sent us with the bus for Tantura. That was the area, the first one I remember, when I was at that age.
So how did your life go in Haifa?
In Haifa, after when I start to be, I remember that finished grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, and then I was in grade 7, I was in about grade 7. Then that was...
Which age was that, about grade 7? What do you think?
13.
13, okay, so really young, yeah.
13. So in grade 7, so at that time, the problem with our history, it was in Tantura, in Haifa at that time. My father said he borrowed, we say, no, he took for us a house in Haifa to live in Haifa, not to come from Tantura to Haifa at that time, to stay in Haifa. So we moved from Tantura to Haifa. At that time, for 2 years, we were living in Haifa, not in Tantura, but we used to go when it is summertime for our holiday. At that time, I remember like Adnan, my cousin, and my cousins, they came to the same building where we live in Haifa, and they took the first grade, the first level in the same building, and we were in the middle, and we have nice also.
So basically you lived all in the same house, right?
The same house.
Okay.
My father, because the people who were in that building, they were coming from Lebanon. They are Christians from Lebanon. They came, they have very good work. Maurice, I remember his name, and Therese and Lucy, two girls, one boy. We were playing with them all the time. When it started to have problem in Haifa, they left to Lebanon, and my father asked my cousin, Adnan, and his father and family to come live in the place that they left, those our neighbor left. So we were living now in the same building. My cousin Adnan, Marwan, Mahmoud, all of them, and we were in the middle, and up there was some Jews people family, but we were friendly, too much friendly. And when I remember that the up ones were Jews, very, very, very nice ones. The middle we are Muslims. Also the down one with Maurice, Christian from Lebanon. So in the building you can find the three kinds of
Religions.
Palestinians.
Yeah.
Of Palestinians.
Yeah.
Then after that, when, as I told you, it seems that they were not very, they were afraid in a way, our neighbors, Maurice and his father and mother and family, they left to Lebanon, and then my father asked Adnan family, my cousin, they came and lived in that place. So we lived in Haifa 2 years, if I still remember, yes, it was 2 years, and then we hear that the problem started between the Arabs and the Jews at that time.
How exactly did you realize that there were real problems over and beyond just hearing? So how did you personally, you and your family, how did you realize that's really a bad situation?
Maybe I have to tell you something. Maybe it is what we all know. Most of us, we did not have a radio in the house. There is no radio. It wasn't like these days. My father, as I say, he's a lawyer. He has in his office something. He knows everything. At house, we don't have it. Many of the people at that time, the Arabs, they don't have it. That's one thing. And then the other thing, we were so friends with the Jews, Christians, Muslims. Very much, we were very good neighbors to each other. We have never, ever buy anything from any place except we buy it from Hadar HaKarmel. It means that the place where was for the Jews. They are the best people who was selling the very beautiful clothes, the very nice things. My father never, ever buy from Haifa from anybody except for them from there. And we were happy for that. My father in his office has one friend, he is living same level, and one time, and he is also a lawyer, and one time my father was working, and he came to ask him about problem in his, something in his work. And then he looked like this, he saw one man, Jew, one of the Jews that came to Palestine at that time, holding the gun at my father. And he catch him from his hand, and he told him, if you kill him, I will kill you. So I will kill you.
1 second. So just for me to understand. So you and your family realized that there are troubles when, and correct me if I'm wrong, your father was in his office.
Yes.
There was another man working for your father or a client of your father.
He is lawyer also.
He's also a lawyer.
But his office here, my father's office near.
Yeah. And then there comes a third man, an Israeli. Was he a soldier?
This one was coming from Yemen, from Yemen. He is not a soldier. This one, my father's friend, he is also like him.
Okay, so that's the lawyer. The lawyer came.
The lawyer, he came
from
to
Yemen.
ask my father about some problem in one of the cases that he has, and to take his opinion about that. And when he was there, he saw one Jew man, one of the
But the
police.
Jew was a soldier, or who was that?
I don't remember what was he wearing, let's say, but he was holding the gun.
You were there.
No, my father said,
okay.
my father told us, he was holding the gun at my father. This man coming to ask my father about problem in his work. And he saw that man and he catched him from his hand. He told him exactly as my father told us, if you kill him, I will kill you. You know, and he had gun also, that one. And he had a gun, he took it from his pocket or whatever, from his jacket. He said, if you kill him now, I will kill you. And then that one, and he talked to him in also Hebrew's words. And then he went out, that one, and he started again to talk to my father in Arabic, yani like they used to talk. And he told him, Abu Fawzi, we say Abu Fawzi, yani like today you are lucky and I am lucky because I came at the same time when I saw this man, and this happened when I am with you. Now, if I am not here, what could it be? For me, he told him, okay, I am a Jew, but I am an Arab. I will not stay 1 minute here. I will close my office and I will not come back again.
So the acquaintance of your father, who basically saved your father, was an Arab Jew?
Yes.
Okay.
From Yemen.
Yeah.
But he is a Jew.
Yeah.
And his religion is Jew, you know. And we know that.
So he closed his office after this incident?
My father closed his office, and that one, as he told my father, I will not come back until we see what the problem is. So my father closed his office and he came back, and we started to hear, and even my uncle Adnan and his family, my father asked them to come to the same building that we live in. They came, they were in the first floor, and then we are the second, and we have our friends, the Jews. They are our neighbors. We like them, and we like everybody there. Then we stayed about 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks. Haifa finished, taken by the Jews. يعني خلاص
So you stayed 2 weeks still in Haifa?
2 weeks, not more. يعني after they started to kill everybody walking in the street. They are hiding sometimes on the buildings. They are hiding between the buildings.
So you mean,
the Jews.
Okay.
They started to kill people, to let them be afraid. Maybe they want them to leave if they can leave, and that's what happened with us and with Uncle Abu Adnan, yani my uncle, his father, and all of them. We were in the same high. 2 together of us. We went to Tantura. We thought Tantura will be more safe.
How much distance is between?
24
kilometers.
24 minutes, يعني until we reach 24. They
So
say the area, it is 24 kilometers between Tantura and Haifa.
Okay.
24, 23, 24, like this. So we have to say, we have a house in Tantura, and we left everything in our house in Haifa. Everything.
But many other people also left.
Many people left.
In a very short time, right?
In a very short time. There are places in Haifa for people who are coming from Damascus. يعني most of them, they are very intelligent in selling things. يعني they sell whatever the clothes for men and women and many things. يعني they are very, very intelligent in doing that. So in that area, we call it Wadi al-Nisnas. Wadi al-Nisnas is a place that many people live there, and many people are. يعني let's say my father likes always the highest thing, and what that was always with the Jews in Al-Hadar Carmel. يعني it's the best best things that you can wear or have at any time, you take it from there. So with all the people, Arabs, coming from Damascus, coming from Lebanon, coming from where, we don't know, they of Turkey, many of them, they left Haifa. So my father said, we have to leave. We cannot.
Can you still describe what you saw in those 2 weeks that you still stayed in Haifa, what you yourself saw?
Myself, actually, I hear, I did not see. I hear what my father says. I saw, he asked us, look from our balcony. So look at the sea. How many, what we call them, come with the soldiers from outside to the Mina. Mina is the
So they came with
place
boats?
in boats,
Yeah.
big boats. What can we call a ship? Big ship. From all the places to Haifa. We look and we saw them.
Were those military ships? Was
At that time, yani, I cannot know that what is it, but we know that it has too many Jews. They are Jews, for sure. Those are Jews.
and they were soldiers?
Soldiers. Sometimes, most of them soldiers. Sometimes, no, they are the people, and my father knows those are the Jews who are coming to live in this country. Because now he understands that those people are cooking us from our place because they want to come and take it. My father. My mother, she hears, but she doesn't participate, yani she doesn't know. As for me, I was very young to understand what is that, yani, but I was very happy to go Tantura. I will swim every day there. I will not leave the sea then. I was very happy. I was not afraid. I was not.
So what did your father tell you? What happened in Haifa still?
He said, those Jews are coming to fight us, but they are fighting with, he thinks that with the German and those people who will win, he will have the land. But as Arabs, we are in the land. We prefer to stay in Haifa until we see in Tantura, until we see who will win and what can we do. But now, he said, because we saw many times shooting, we hear shooting. So my father knows that it is dangerous for us to stay. So especially, we were living in the best place of Haifa. It is the best. It is the Carmel mountain. It is so beautiful. It is for most of them Jews and one kind of Muslims who have religion asked them to pray for their prophet at that time, at that place. So it is very beautiful area, yani. But my father said, we cannot stay here 1 minute now. We cannot, because when you go, you see the shoots coming from all sides, but we don't know from where. But we are in danger. So we left to Tantura at that time, and we stayed in Tantura. My father put us in Tantura. We stayed 21 days.
Before we go to Tantura, I would be interested to know, before the trouble started, how was life in Haifa? Because it's very often said, I mean, this is this classic slogan, right? There is a land without people for a people without land, this Israeli slogan,
Yeah.
How was life in Haifa before you had to leave, before the trouble started? I mean, your father was a lawyer, he had a car. In Haifa, describe.
Beautiful place, so beautiful. I went with my husband after I grew up and get married to Europe, to America, to Germany, to all the places in the world, even to Scotland and to Ireland. We went all those places. Many, yani, as much as I tell you, we went. But I could not see like Haifa. Haifa is so beautiful place, with the sea, with the mountain, with the places down, very, very clean one, very nice one, with everything in Haifa is so beautiful. And in Akka, near Haifa.
But how was the life? How were the people?
It was, people, as I can say, as I told you, Thomas, before, that we live in the same building, Muslims, Christians, Jews. And we were very happy to each other. We were celebrating their Eid, our Eid and their Eid. You know the Eid, what's the
Eid,
meaning of
yeah.
Eid? We were celebrating with them as if they are brothers and sisters for us.
Was it a poor city? Was it a rich city? Was there culture? Were there, how was the life?
The life also, you can take it from the beginning, that there were the people who go to school. The English people made it for sure that they will not make the school more than grade 7. So for the government, and then what was the good thing is that Christian people, let's say, France sent what we call it, in Arabic I say مبشرين, to spread how to be Christian, for all the people. They send it. This is from France. They made many schools, and that's if they want to spread their religion or to do it, to tell it to all the people in the world, then they have to help. So they started to make classes for the people who wants to continue learning until he has the high school. They make many classes.
So those were Christian
schools.
Christian schools.
Christian schools.
Okay. Yeah.
They study the English, let's say the Christian faith, yes. And they don't mind about the Muslims, they don't have, but about Christians. Even my sister was one of them who went to that school, because my father wanted her to continue studying whatever they are teaching, Christian or even Jews or whatever, but he wants her to learn. So he sent her to one of those schools, yes, in Haifa.
So basically what you're saying is that the religions, the people, the different type of people, they lived comfortably and without any issues together in Haifa before the trouble started.
Yes, they left when they started to kill people, to attack people in their streets, in their houses. So most of the people, many people of Haifa, now I don't know about the others, but of Haifa, they moved from Haifa, many of them coming from Syria. They went back to Syria. Many of them, like my uncle, and like my also another uncle, one of them coming from Syria, one of them coming, his wife from Syria, the other, his wife from Turkey. So they left many people. So I remember the family. Many of them left to Syria, first of all, to Lebanon. Some of them left to other places, but basically to Syria and to Lebanon. They did not stay 1 minute in Haifa.
Did you realize at the time how many people actually left Haifa? Was that clear?
It was, you can Google it. I am sure that you will see that.
No, I know, but I meant from your own experience as a 13-year-old girl.
My experience, my whole family left, my whole family.
Yeah.
I have, let's say, my uncle, Ahmed, uncle.
If you went on the streets, for example, I mean, what did you see when you went
out to the sea, to the street in Haifa? Just before they made this problem, my mother always say, Fayzeh, come, we have people coming from Tantura. So what do you want? No, I cook so and so, but I want you to go to Saht al-Hanatir, we call it. Al-Hantur is the what is it? When that who take the car, what is the animal that we was carrying this car? He is the horse.
Horse. Okay.
Taking the car.
A horse carriage.
Horse carriage.
Yeah.
So we have this one. So go there, bring meat, bring so and so, because we have people coming from Tantura. And then I was very happy at that time. Yes, of course, I was 11 years old, not young. But 11 years old, you can see. I go directly to there. I bought for my mother the food that she wants to give to the people who are coming to visit us from Tantura. My uncle, my another uncle, my auntie, they come when she has Anybody? Come, go bring from there and come. ساحة الحناطير, we call it, the area where are those cars drove by the horses. It is Tantura. The one, Hanatir is the many ones. So I go, I am very happy to bring at that time. As for me, I don't remember that I was afraid from anything. I hear my father when he stopped his work, when his friend asked him, don't come, خلاص, because he was in the middle of Haifa, in the main street. And they took that area and they started to shoot at the people on their balconies, on their high of the building.
So the soldiers went up on the buildings and on the balconies and were shooting at people?
They were shooting the people who are looking. We cannot even look like this. Then my father noticed.
So they were shooting into the buildings?
Into the buildings.
And people were looking outside?
Who is looking outside the building? They can shoot him. So this happened, I don't know how much, but I remember this. So my father said, if any one of you here, there is shooting, and go, be very careful, don't go out the place. And even Adnan and Marwan and their Zuhair, all friends, they live there. My father said he brought for us guns, small ones, to let us learn how to shoot. He thinks that we can do it, And we started to play like this, and it is my turn, it is your turn, and we shoot like this. Not with real ones, but I remember it very well, and Adnan was there. He was with me. We are same, the garden, the down area, around the building for them and for us. My sister, the youngest one, she used to go and sit there like this and look. She is telling them that it's not only for you, it's also for us, in her way that she sit. We have the chairs my father put in the garden down. He put it to the family, My sister, the younger, she was only maybe 9 years old or 8. She always thinks that it is not only for my cousin Adnan or Farid or those or Hada, it's also for us. She used to come and sit like this to let them know that it is for us and for you, not for you only. It was very nice life for us as young in Haifa. It was very good. But my father knows that enough is enough. The shooting started to be too much, and they declared the place, what is the building? Not the building, the government of the Jews. They declared that now it is for the Jews.
Okay, so so they actually took the city, right?
The city, the government is now belongs to the Jews. The city belongs to the Jews. خلاص finished. They put it on the online, on the radio at that time. So my father said, 1 minute we can stay. We have directly to go back to Tantura. Once they are now there are the who will rule this area, then whatever they do, we cannot say anything. Let's go to Tantura, and from there we can prepare ourselves to fight if anybody comes to our village. That was the time. It was only, we went 21 days only. We stayed in Tantura when they invaded Tantura.
What was the trigger when your father decided, now we have to go?
They said that, and they started to shoot people from their houses. They started to shoot. Now they are the ones who are responsible. They are ruling the place. So nobody will ask them why.
Yeah, but they were already shooting. So you stayed, so your family stayed in Haifa. There were already the shooting going on. You didn't leave right away, right?
We did not leave right away. We left when they declared the country.
Okay.
They declared that now it is for the Jews.
Okay. Did this shooting stop at any time when you were there? I mean, when they declared Haifa to be now under Israel, also under Jewish control, did they stop shooting or did they continue shooting as far as you?
Actually, when my father heard that, and when his friend came and told him, Abu Fawzi, be careful, I will stop coming to my office. He said, and you? And he said, my father said also, I will stop. He covered all the files, the things, and closed his office, and he came to the house. And they make also, Adnan, if you remind him, he will remember. He took my cousins, those Adnan, Marwa, the older ones, and he said, we have to be ready how to shoot. And my father brought guns, and he started to let them train, make training for them to shoot. I remember as if it is happening now. I see I'm sitting here, and they put something there, and my father give them the gun, and he says, let's see, yalla, you, even he gave me one time to Fayzeh, you are not young, you can shoot. And like this, I remember Adnan was there, and they were training. And then my father hear the news, and he knows that it is nonsense, it is khalas, finish. It is with their hands. When they declared that this one is for the Jews, it is they have to be the rulers. What can we sit to do? At that time, my father said, and he was believed, so much believing that he will take us to Tantura, and he will fight the people from Tantura. He was very, very excited, and it is for sure it is ours, and they cannot kick us out of our place. No way.
They cannot kick you out of Haifa or out of Tantura?
Tantura.
Okay.
Haifa, it is for us. Okay, they are ruling, okay.
Yeah.
But we will go to Tantura, and we start the war between them and us, but we will win.
Yeah.
This is what my father thought.
Can you still remember the journey from when you actually went from Haifa to Tantura?
Exactly, yes. Yeah, exactly. Nothing that I remember, except he shouted at my mother, she wants to put this clothes on that. He said nothing. Only one handbag for any one of us.
So your father said,
nothing.
Yeah.
Leave everything. We are going only temporarily. We are not going for good. We are coming back. And he was, for sure that he will come back. So we did not take anything, only something to wear, few things as if we are going to summer holiday, very little days, and we swim and we are happy, and nobody coming at all. Nobody even care about coming to Tantura. It's a village, it's near the seashore, nobody knows, nobody will be why.
So on the day when you went from the last time from Haifa to Tantura, how was the situation? Were there many people fleeing? How was the situation?
Actually, my father, as I told you, he has his own car. We don't know the other side of the country, of the place. There are buses going, coming here, there. The area is working, coming to the mountain where the Jews are, going down, where most of them down the Haifa, coming from Damascus. They are very clever in selling and buying those people. That area, many of them there, many of them we don't, we can't tell that they left to Syria, but for sure many of them left to go back to Syria. But for us, I did not see, for me at all, and for anybody like in my age, or even my father, when he looked around, he saw that people are going here, going there, but he cannot tell that this one going here or coming from there.
So there were no clear refugee streams also?
No. No. That happened after, when they invaded the villages, like if you hear about, of course, many villages were invaded, and they killed people, and they are, like Tantura when they came also. That's different.
No, I know that Haifa was, how shall I say this, ethnically cleansed from Palestinians in a relatively short time. Yeah, so I was wondering if you were witnessing that.
If what?
Many people, many Palestinian people from Haifa
Yes,
left In a very short time.
Exactly, because many of them were from Damascus,
but
from Syria.
Did you see this when you were?
For me, I did not see, but I saw them after when I went out from Haifa, يعني from Haifa to Tantura. Finish, we are in Tantura, then they kicked us from Tantura. They took us, they did not kick us.
We come to Tantura in a moment, yeah. But Haifa, so based on first the incident with your father where someone tried to kill him, plus then the shootings on the street, the snipers on the roofs and these kind of things.
Yes.
Then Haifa was declared to be under Israel, also under Jewish control.
Exactly.
That was the last.
يعني it's not anymore with the Arabs. يعني. It is not anymore with whom I don't know, but it is not anymore like it was before.
Was it difficult to leave? I mean, they were shooting outside.
No, for us was not, because seems at that time they did not tick to let people be afraid. No, they are very smart, by the way. Jews are really very smart. They give the chance to people to go. It is not, يعني it's better for them if they make it safe for people to get out from Haifa. So they will take it, يعني,
so they wanted the people to get out. Yeah.
They want the people to go out. So they don't stop anybody. Of course, you are going, okay, bye, thank you. Like this.
So first they made the people afraid by killing, and then they let them go.
My father, who is in my father's age, or who had this experience, like he had it in his office, somebody coming, putting the gun in his head here. Sometimes, before a few days, I talked to him, and I said, do you think that this one who was my father's friend he was a Jew anyway, we know he is a Jew. Was he, يعني, like this, or what did he come for? Did he come for to show my father and ask the other man to come at this time? This is only I start to think of it now. Okay. Now, after hundreds of years, after 70 years. What did he come for?
So you question the motives.
I'm questioning this one. I'm saying, and Friday I will go, but my brother was 3 years old, he cannot, but I will ask my sister also, she is older 3 years. But I don't think she will give me now I am asking this question to myself. What is he coming at this minute to do? It means he loves my father. He doesn't want him to be killed. This is number one, I am sure. Then he told him, Abu Fawzi, he's talking to my father, I will close now. I will not come back again, because I am not sure that they will come to me one time, kill me in my office. So,
even though he was Jewish, he was afraid of being killed?
Of course, because he's Arab. How do they know that? They are not asking you, what's your religion? He is an Arab man. He's from Al-Yemen. You know Al-Yemen, the down part of all this street. Why it happened at that time? Only I thought of that question yesterday when I was talking. I'm telling you about what happened to us. Why? It means he knows. Maybe somebody knows. Maybe he started to talk with them in their language. It means he knows the language. But because he was my father's neighbor and they love each other too much, he doesn't want my father to be killed. He came to help my father to go and be safe. I am sure he did it.
Okay, now you migrated, so to speak, you moved from Haifa to Tantura.
Yes.
So how was, when you initially arrived after the troubles in Haifa, how was the situation in Tantura?
In Tantura, we were very, very, very happy. There is nothing we are to care about. My father is in Haifa. He went also to bring my sister from high school in Ramallah. At that time, he was always with us.
So there were troubles in Haifa, but in Tantura, life was as normal.
Very normal. Yeah. Nobody there or anybody other. And we were always, when we were talking about what will happen, our uncle, Adnan's father and my mother, and we are there, we say we have lost in the you know the Al Jazeera, in the sea, at the sea we have those places. They are safe
Islands.
islands. Yes, we have 5 islands in the same seashore. At
So
the
in
same
front of the out at sea, but in front of Tantura, which is
Tantura, exactly.
there are 5 islands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
and they are so beautiful.
How far are they away? About
If you want to ride your
boat?
ship or
Yeah.
whatever, it take you 2 minutes. يعني just يعني
okay.
only يعني.
So it's not very far.
No, you
Okay.
just put your hand.
Okay,
It is
okay.
there.
Okay.
يعني we go there every Eid is to celebrate يعني our Eid. We go there with the people who are taking the ship, and we pay only 1 penny for them, whatever that was. And they live like this. They make it like this, one round, another round, another. And I say, I don't want to go out. I will give one more little money, and we go. It takes يعني only 1 minute, 2 minutes. It's not.
So the life was normal when you moved from Haifa to Tantura.
To Tantura, it was very normal, and we were very happy, and we feel very safe. يعني very safe. What are they coming to do in Tantura? There is nothing to do. Actually, you maybe hear from Deir Yassin and those names
Yassin,
sometimes. What happened in Tantura? We were very safe, really, and we were friends with them. They come and we love them.
The Jews,
they give always, يعني the Jews they come to swim, and we run. Children, we are children. They give us chocolate, biscuits, and so on.
So just to round the picture, so if I understood you correctly, then on the hills there was a Jewish village, right? Overseeing Tantura. So Tantura was on the beach.
No, not in the sea. At the sea.
Tantura was on the beach, but in the hills, in the mountains, on top of Tantura.
No, it is not top of Tantura. You have to go out of Tantura 3 kilometers by car.
Yeah.
Go out of Tantura 3 kilometers of not towards the sea, behind the sea, opposite of the sea. The green land. You can
inland. It goes inside the land.
Inside the land. Yes, you go, and then you come to the first of all, the train is there. It makes Tantura 2 halves. Here is the Tantura near the sea. Here the Tantura outside. This is the train. They used to come also by train. And then you walk by that, let's say 2-3 kilometers walking. There is the street also from Haifa to Jaffa. The street. Very, very, street is very, very good one. Then you cross the street directly, and you are in what is now the name will go out, Fredis. It is called the Fredis.
That's a Jewish village, right?
It is Arabs, all Arabs here, and it is the mountain makes like this from here to here.
Okay.
Here they are, here. Down.
So here you have the Arab village, but on top of the mountain?
The Arabs here.
Yeah.
Top of the mountain, they are the Jews.
There you have a Jewish village, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we left here, and some of us were so afraid, we say, what if they now send us one big thing to kill us from up? Only they have to put it down.
Bombs,
Anything, wood, stones, anything, they will kill us, because it is exactly like this. This is Arabs, Fredis. Here is the mountain like this, and here
it's the Jewish village.
The Jewish village, Zamarin.
Yeah. But I understood the relationship between the Sirmarin, the Jewish village.
Exactly. This village and those people, as if they are workers for that.
Yeah.
Those, work together, work for them. And they are friendly with the people at the seashore, who are my uncles. My uncle from my mother, let's say mother's brother, he is the best friend of the people in Zamarin. They come to play, to play with them, what they used to play. إيش اسمها الشدة, this one. What can we,
cards?
The cards.
Yeah.
When you play the cards, they go to come together, play together, they come play together, they love each other too much. And then my father, as I told you, the only one that was well educated in all Tantura, he said, what if we have some problem with anybody? We can make yani, deal with the people in the Jews, to come help us. So they know him very well, and they know my uncle, my mother's brother, very well. They are together friends. So my father asked them, he said, we don't have doctors in our village. Can we have one of you to come 2 days a week? And of course he will take, yani, my father used to give them the money for that. 2 days every week to see if anybody needs help. And they agree. So they are used to come 2 days. And my father also asked one nurse. She was very well educated, coming to Ramallah, one of the very beautiful villages for Christian people. She was Christian, and she learned in London at that time, in England. My father used to know those people and he liked them. So he told her, I will give you the first floor of my building. You can stay there. And he gave her the money as a nurse. Anybody, something happened. If he takes him directly to Haifa, it will not help. He needs somebody on the same time to do that. And she came. She was very, very good friend with us and with my father.
She was Jewish, right?
Not Jewish, Christian,
Christian.
Palestinian.
Yeah, okay.
Palestinian from Ramallah.
Okay.
If you hear that word, it is very well-known word now near Jerusalem. She is Christian, but she studied in London to be a nurse. So she is very good helper to our. My father said, what if something happened and we can't, until we take him from here to Haifa, then he will die. So he hired that lady. He gave her the house. She lived in the main, now the words will go, area, and we are up,
So in the first floor.
in the first floor, yes. And then we were up.
So you're describing that the relationship between the people, the Christians, the Jews up in the village,
And the Christian,
and in Tantura,
Muslims, there is no difference at all.
Yeah.
At
So
all.
it was a good relationship.
Yeah.
So how were there any indications prior to the Jewish attack onto Tantura? Were there any indication? Were there any warnings?
Exactly, no one. It was with the people who are educated like my father, to be worried about who will win, Germans or English. He doesn't know, because Germans, who are the one who sent they were fighting the Germans.
Yeah, but the Germans, they were no longer there in 48 because
they were there. They were maybe 1 year before what happened. I mean they invaded the English people.
So the Germans were driven out by the English, but that was
But at what year? Do you remember? Or do
45, at least 45.
45, okay. And then 45. Yeah. Then it is not 48 was the.
But Tantura happened, also the troubles in Tantura were in 1948.
48.
So 3 years later.
2-3 years only.
Yeah.
My father was planning for himself to go to Germany to study. He wanted to be, as I told you, engineer. He doesn't want to be anything else.
But now in 1948, after you left Haifa and you came to Tantura because there were troubles in Haifa, before Tantura was attacked, were there any indications that something might happen?
For me, as a young child, not older one, I have never feel that. I was happy with them, also with the Sudani people, those smart black people who bring them to help them in ruling the Tantura and all the place Palestine. I like them very much. And when I go, they always helping and laughing at me like this. I was very
So
young.
they had some staff working for them, some people working for them.
They are working for the government for sure, يعني for English government.
Okay.
يعني when English people
Yeah.
يعني took over the place, before they give it directly to the Christian people, before that it was for Britain. يعني English people were يعني, and we like the food they take, we like the ice cream they and they like when they like us to make us laugh. We are children. They are very good soldiers. They are, yeah. Those are English. They were English. After they win against Germany, I think Germans were first. My father was planning to go to Germany to study, like my
Engineer.
engineer, my children now. This is his aim. When that one did not happen, he studied to be a lawyer. That's why. So, yeah. But we were not, يعني it was 1948. 1948. Before that was also the Turkish people.
The Ottoman Empire.
Ottoman. Yeah.
So again, coming back to, when did you realize in Tantura that something bad is happening?
For me, as a child, really, I was not afraid at all. At all. This is unless one time when we were sitting, maybe I don't know if I remember if I tell you that, they put us like this and they all around us were with their guns and they didn't look and then say.
That was later, yeah, but the village was first attacked and all these kind of things. So when did you realize something's wrong?
When the Tantura were attacked, يعني it was, let's say, my uncle, Adnan uncle also, not his father, he came telling my mother, close, put off the light, put off the lights was, those lights, very poor ones, and come down. We ran down to Adnan house.
So that was the attack, yeah. But
The attack.
were there any signs just prior, in the same day or a couple of days before? Were there any signs that the village would be attacked? Was
Not
there any?
at all. They are preparing themselves talking because they hear about Deir Yassin, or I don't know which one also.
So Deir Yassin, just briefly to explain, yeah. So Deir Yassin is another Arab village, and
I'm not sure which one before. This Deir Yassin before, or
it was Deir Yassin was
Tantura?
before.
Before, then
Because Deir
Tantura.
Yassin, the people of Deir Yassin were told, if you surrender, nothing will happen to you, yeah. But then the people of Deir Yassin surrendered, and there was a massacre. It's a very well-known massacre, yeah. And my understanding is, as a consequence, when the Haganah came to Tantura, they said the same. You have to give over. If you give yourself over, then nothing will happen to you. But because the people of Tantura knew what happened in Deir Yassin, Deir Yassin, they decided to fight.
Yes.
That's my understanding of this story.
That's exactly right. Yeah, and they think so. It is, why not? We have weapons, we have people, we are training them. They think so. And actually, when they came into the country, and then, like, let's say
you mean the Jewish people?
The Jewish people, and they started to fight. Maybe the Tanturi people also started to do it again to help themselves, until one of the leaders of the Jews was killed. One of the leaders of the best or the highest
ranking, yeah,
soldiers was killed. Then they were really, Adnan maybe told you about that. They did not see themselves. They started to take men fighting, not fighting, put them at wall, tick, 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 kill them all. And then they started to take them, dig for them, and like this.
Not so fast. So first there was the original attack at the village, And indeed, from what I understood from your uncle,
Yeah.
the village defended itself,
Yes.
but they had only very few guns,
Yes.
right? There was not that much training,
Not at all.
and the Jewish people came with tanks. You know, they were motorized. They were very well trained. They had a lot of weapons.
Yes.
So that the fight itself, the fight for Tantura, took just a couple of hours. That's my understanding. The initial attack,
Yeah, I know.
not what happened afterwards, but the initial attack on Tantura.
Maybe it is not more. Yani what I know that we were put in our uncle house from 2 o'clock early morning until 6 o'clock. It means 4 hours. When they come out to ask us to go out to the seashore.
Yeah, so
That's
then
right.
it was already the Israel, so the Jewish people who said you have to come out of the house, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it means that they stopped fighting.
Yeah.
Like you said, it means we went 2 o'clock. 6 o'clock we were asked to.
So from 2 o'clock in the night till 6 o'clock in the morning, those 4 hours, that was the
Maybe
actual.
less than this. That was the fight.
Yeah. Your uncle told me a soldier or so came into that. So your family had a big house, and there were like a lot of people fleeing into that house.
Exactly.
Right, and then at 6 o'clock there came a soldier shooting in the. You saw that also?
Yes, of course. Yes. And I hear it now when we are talking. Just when everybody shut up, and then nobody make one single thing. Yeah. Even the children. They were attaching to their mothers or sisters.
Do you know how many people were? Estimate. How many people?
Estimate. Actually, the place from that wall to that wall, you can see this area.
Yeah.
And like this. Maybe not less than 100, maybe about 100, maybe like this. With the children.
So these were mainly women and children, right? And
no,
old people?
Only women.
Only women?
Only women.
Okay.
Only women, because they don't, when they come, okay, even if he is with his wife, go there and I am here. Go there, I am waiting.
So they were
there.
separating.
Only women.
But in the house, because that's what your uncle told me, right? People came in the house because they felt safe.
Yes.
In the house.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So in that house, there were only women?
Only women. Yes.
Okay.
So even if they say they will not come women and men at the same time.
So the men were fighting actually outside, right?
Maybe they were fighting, maybe one area fighting, one area knew that it is not khalas, finished any gun or any weapon with them, stop it. But what happened is even they come to this area, women are inside, they will not come inside. They gather same place near my uncle's house, but outside at the seashore, not inside like us. Women inside. No one except my auntie's husband, who is the owner of the house. He was sleeping in his house. He got up, he saw all these women in his house. He stayed, and he started to, something happened to his mind when he saw this. And I remember that he could not even get up to stand. He could not. When they came to kick us, I was looking. I say, Al-Hajj Isa, his name is.
So you mean when the Jewish people came in the house?
When it was 6 o'clock in the early morning.
Yeah.
But when we went to this house was 2 o'clock in the morning, at noon, in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So between 2 and 6, 3 4 5 4 hours, like I said. But these 4 hours, you can tell that only 2 hours they fight. Okay. Then the 2 other hours, they are taking those from their houses, one from this.
So the Jewish people, they took people out of the houses, yeah?
They took them. I don't know what they do, but I know that we were only by our choice going to Auntie, to Adnan's house, sitting. They saw, the women saw they are coming here. They come here also. They stay here. No men at all. Not one man. Even my uncle's sons, I did not see them. Only the women were there.
Okay. So then what happened? Jewish men,
when they are finished, the
fighting
after the fight.
After they stopped fighting, yeah.
They stopped fighting. Then they want the people to go to the seashore and stay there.
Yeah. So they wanted to collect all the people.
Collect all the people and let them at the seashore.
So they went house to house. How?
Our house, yani, we walked to it, yani, like here. And
but explain when the soldier came in, what happened?
When the soldier came in, yani, we were with auntie with that house, and we see people coming from here and coming there are here.
Yeah, but you're still in the house together with another 100 women, yeah?
Exactly.
So what happened?
Yes, in the house. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So we did not think we did not know what will happen. We are waiting to be relieved, and then it is like we saw. It is the.
But what happened? So now you're 100 women in a room like this.
Like this.
And then what happens?
We are sitting, all sitting. Not there is no chairs, anything. This child is crying. That one is wanted to have milk from his mother, and there is sound. This sound, but we don't do anything. And then all of a sudden, there are a window from here, door from here, and door from here. This was kicked, and this was kicked. And soldiers from here too, and two soldiers from here. And they shoot. One shot, and all the people, now no sound at all. Nothing. We know that we are now taken by the Jews. Where to? We don't know. So even the children stop crying. Nobody say anything. And then they look like this and they yell, get up, get up, get up, out, out, out. And they took us to the seashore.
To the beach, yeah.
To the beach, and we sit there. Like, as much as we can, make a circle. There, without anything.
There were already other women on the beach?
There is no men. There was no men.
But were there already other women? Were there already
all the men, all the women that here went there. Anyone that they saw, maybe, I don't know, we did not see one is walking. We saw that all those women were asked to go to the seashore and stay there. So we stayed there. Look here, you don't see anything. After little, we saw the men. I saw the Adnan, Marwan, all this at the seashore like this. They asked them to, like this, make on their here legs and like this, their hands.
So they were sitting on the ground?
But the ladies, they are sitting, just sitting. And then they were looking. And
so they were separating the men from the women?
Yes, only women. And they're only men. Because when they came, they did not find, only they find women. And when they went there, they saw all the men. They took them there and they put the women here. When we were like this, he can repeat it many times, he looks at me and he said, you are the fair one young man. Come and give me water.
Just to explain, so the women were sitting as a group and they were surrounded by Jewish soldiers, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And then
one of the soldiers, that is he looks at the people all, and he saw me. I am maybe too much looking, I'm not caring about anything maybe. And he told me with his words, Inti ya Shakra, you the fair girl, come give me water to drink. And my auntie here, and she held me like this, and she said in Arabic, even if you die, you will not get water from this girl. You understand? Yani she speaks it in Arabic. Of course, he doesn't know, maybe he knows. His friend, I know, I was looking at him. I'm not afraid. I am looking just, I wonder, why I was not afraid. He like this hit him. Yani he's telling him to stop it, yani. Like this, I saw it until now, like this. And then,
so a Jewish soldier wanted to get you out of this group.
Of this group.
Because you said you had nice, beautiful hairs.
Yeah. I was, with very beautiful hair. And he looked at me, and I was the child that is looking to see who are these? Why are they here? like this, يعني is it childish يعني. And then my auntie directly brought, as I told you, like a big piece of cloth, and she put it on my head like this, and she said, even if you die from you are thirsty, she will not, يعني in Arabic, she will not give you water. As if we did not know exactly what is the matter outside, how. Because yesterday they were coming to our sea to have our seashore to swim. يعني I was not at all afraid, and my auntie was not afraid.
So what was the story that you told that another soldier kind of?
He told him like this, as if he is telling him, يعني stop it.
Yeah.
So he did not. He put down his hands, and my auntie cover my hair, the fair hair, like he said, you inti shakra. Shakra means shakra, that my hair is very light. My auntie, she told him, even if you die, she will not give you, in Arabic, she will not give you to drink.
So basically, you were rescued by another
by
Jewish,
auntie,
by another
by
Jewish
the other
soldier.
Jewish,
Yeah.
for sure, but not for my auntie. By the other one, he like this. I saw him as if it is now, like this. Yani, stop it, stop it. He is. My auntie put me like this, and she put this one for me, so he will not see my hair.
Yeah.
And we were there about, we don't drink, we don't eat, we don't take anything, we don't go bathroom, we don't make only like this. Me, my auntie's lab, others sitting each other. Then I think they were asked to stop this, يعني, what they are doing, and take them to their to take them to the other country, to the Fridis. So yalla, get up, get up, get up. We got up. Yalla. One by one, they came, ask us not to be two together, each one. Okay. And then started, let me see, rings, take it, earrings, take it. All the gold, anything like this, they push, they pull, and they take. And I was watching, and I see all, يعني, this one, another one, another one. They did not leave any, even, يعني, what is it, small one in the
Jewelry,
jewelry, any ring or any bracelet or anything at all. They took all. And then
so
one is
one by
collecting.
one, the women were searched.
They take it off. They directly put up your clothes like this. See me, they know here is there, or here is have necklace, and here they pull it from the earrings. Very, very, very bad seeing. And then one is holding a cloth, put it all there, take and put, and that one take and put. One here, one only, but two are also watching. Yani, to be sure that they take everything, not anything. I was asked, this is that I always say it, I have a nice, very beautiful earring in my hand. And I said, no, if they take it, I was not afraid about it. I was afraid if they take it, I saw them, they pull the thing. If they don't take it high, they hit or they cut or they do whatever. I said, I will save myself and save.
They cut the fingers?
They, like this, hit, but they did not cut anybody's,
okay,
to be honest. I did not see anybody was cut, but they hit too much. Sometimes it is not easy to take the bracelet or this one. They say, yes, you have to take it, and they hit and hit until she takes it, if she can. But if she cannot, what can they do? They did not cut any hand, And the other one was holding like a big cloth, putting it together here, from this side and from this side. From this side, one here, two. Then I said, what can I do? I know that this is my auntie, place where we were there. I take it and I dig too much. I was young, they don't care about me. I went to the end. And then I put it, and I looked, it is near the window. When we come back, I thought that it is only today now they will go. And then when they go, I know, here it is the one, and I will dig and take it up.
So you
Like
buried
this.
your ring on the beach, and you were thinking next day you were able to.
Same day, I will
for
think I
sailing,
will.
yeah.
They will not. They will not stay to overnight. Yani. They are coming only to take the gold, to say that they are the rulers, and they will go. This is what I thought. Yani, what are they doing in Tantura? Yani, for what? Yani, it takes me only tomorrow. I will come take it. Like this, I thought. Like my father left everything in his office, even his all the people's, problems. He is a lawyer. He has many problems. He left everything. What can he do?
So on the beach, they were searching all the women one by one for valuable
Yes.
items, and then
Yeah.
what?
Earrings, rings, bracelets, everything. And if she has a baby, then she's covering the baby with his, uh, sleeping items. Let me see this one. Open it.
So they
Let me
were also
see.
searching the babies.
In the babies.
Yeah.
And one of them, they find she has her gold with her baby. She put it with him. Then many of them can be the same.
Yeah.
So they did not leave one going without telling her to open and see. So that one, how we stayed from 4 o'clock, I remember, from 6 early in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. I remember the time, that one. They said, yalla, 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 finish. They finished checking the women from gold, from earrings, they pull it, from the babies, they open it. And then they say, yalla. We went, like they took us, to the place in the middle of Tantura. We call it Al-Marah. It's a big area. Yani, people, who is selling the things, or they are taking
Marketplace.
their...
Marketplace.
What is
A
it?
marketplace.
It is, maybe it is like a marketplace. And if he is taking his to the shield, his lamps or those, and they come back at that area, then go home. They pass from that area. And they took us there, and we see many cars waiting. They say, up to that car, go to that car. They put us in cars. And
In cars or in
in
buses?
the car.
Okay.
It is car. It is not bus, because I remember it was the back. Yani I was the last one to get up. My mother, and then I. All the girls, the madams, the people before us, we were the last ones. My mother got up and I got up. I was the last one. My brother and my sister, two brothers and my sister, they went with my mother, and then I jumped. I was the last, and I hold. They closed that area. I hold it, and I was looking. When it starts to, the car starts to go to Fridis, the other to the place I don't know where, but I saw it is moving, and I looked. I remember the words. I looked and I started to cry.
Take your time. Take your time, really.
Oh my God.
Take your time.
I remember the flowers that come at that time. We call it, what's the word in English? I used to know it, but the white one, the very beautiful white one.
Lilies?
Lilies, I think so. I write it in my book. I thought, oh my God. They were shaking from as I remember, as if they were saying to me, bye. Yani they are waiting for me to you are going, I will not see you again. And I feel they are talking to me. Why are you going? As if you are coming, you don't want us. I feel that you will not come back again. This is what I hear
From the flowers.
from the flowers. The lilies, the white lilies. Cannot believe it. Why? Whenever I remember that time, I could not believe that I will not come back to that time to be the one who is respected. It's my place. Nobody has to do anything without asking me to do it. I cannot believe it. Why did it happen? Anyways, after that long time, of course, we left. We did not go back until I was in Kuwait, and I wanted to ask my 3 sons to come visit the place that I have never lived in any place like it. I took them to Tantura. My 3 sons with their father, and my mother and my father. We went there to see Tantura. Our house was still there. Our uncle's house was still there, and nothing was changed at all. Nothing. So I remember my son, he stand at the end of one very big stone there near the sea, and he look, Mama, how can you live in Kuwait if you were living in this place? How could you live there? And it was something different from all the world, not only from Kuwait.
When you had to leave Tantura, the village, where did they bring you?
Where?
When you were rounded up. Yeah. Where did they bring you in the cars?
Who brought me there? Where
All
from?
the women. All the women.
Or the women when they to Fredis, the village that near Tantura. It is 3 minutes by the car, not more than 3 or 4
That's
minutes.
the Arab village below the Jewish
Yes,
village.
yes. It is in. This is the sea, and here Tantura, and you can walk here the train also. The end of Tantura, then few places of planting areas. Then the street that is coming from Haifa to Jaffa, that is the cross. We take over it, and we were in Fredis.
So they brought you all
to Fredis, which is the village near Tantura at the other side, of the street.
And Fredis was already taken by...
It was, of course, خلاص, they are ruling it. Of course, but those people did not fight. Why they did not fight? Because, as I told you, this is the
They were
people
directly
who are they.
below a Jewish village.
Only if they send one big
rock or something.
Rock, exactly. I was looking the word. Rock, it will damage all the country or the village. It's small one, very small. The leader of that one, we call him Mukhtar in Arabic, the one who chose him to be the ruler, was my auntie's husband. So he was the one at the house. Sorry, he was the ruler of the house, at least, who is the taking care. In Arabic it is Mukhtar, the one who rules this small country. So we stayed at his place. We were welcomed in his house, and all the people, everybody in that area, saw the people come here, come here, come here. All the people took many people from. They are nothing. They were nothing. They did not have anything. They took them to their houses to sleep. And we stayed there 1 month, a whole month.
Before we go there, so what else happened in Tantura? Did anything else happen to girls?
Yeah, no, in Tantura, I hear them saying, but I did not see and I did not read. But everybody say that. They saw one man holding the gun, shooting.
So the Jewish people saw a Palestinian man.
Palestinian of Tantura. The one in Tantura, he was shooting. Then they catch him, and then they see where is his house. They ask him, they saw his daughter, 14, 15 years old, young girl, very, very beautiful one. They took her. So they made the problem with her. They slept with her. I don't know the word.
You mean they raped her?
They raped her. Exactly the word I'm looking the word. They raped that girl in front of her father and in front of the men that were around for him, and then they killed the father. This the only one that I remember. I hear it, and Adnan, of course, maybe saw it, maybe hear it. I don't know.
So to punish the father who
Yes.
defended his village.
Exactly. Who killed the one who was defending the village. The Jew, that one, he was a very high one in their language, Yani.
So that was the
soldier.
person who killed the high-ranking Jewish. Okay.
The man
Yeah.
that who killed that, yes, the Jews,
Now I understand.
they want to
Revenge, yeah.
to revenge. So that's why they make with his daughter that one. This is what I heard from them. Yani from all the country. Well, otherwise, why from all the women, from all the girls, from all the men? Because he killed one of their leaders.
Okay. Were there any other incidents that you're aware of?
At that time, when we stayed, yani little time, and we relaxed, they started to come from Zammarin, the area that is for the Jews, and ask if you want to go back to your... now there is no soldiers, they left.
Okay. So that comes later. That was when you were in the other village. Yeah. We can come to this. Yeah. But after the village, after Tantura surrendered, what happened to the men?
They left the very old men and the young people, very young children, to go with their mothers or family. And they took all of them to jail. Adnan, Marwan, my brother was not there. The older one was studying outside in Ramallah. He did not come in Tulkarem. My sister was not there. But all the men, like Adnan and all of them, they took them to jail. Only they left the women and the very old men and the children.
So they separated the women, the old men, and the children from the men which were in kind of fighting age.
Exactly. And they took all the men. Adnan, Marwan, Jawdat, all what you know and you don't know. The man, my uncles, all, they took them to jail for 1 year. After 1 year, what I remember, what I was told, that my father, when he heard about the Tantura, and he went to King Abdullah, the before one, and he asked him, I want you to help me to bring the people of Tantura to here, to live in here in Jordan. King Abdullah, the first one, he had 40 Jewish women in jail. So he found it easy for him to give them because the Jews, they like to take out those women. He gave them the women, and they sent all the people from Tantura to his country here. To
children. So there was a prisoner exchange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my father, when he saw us and he did not see any of the men, he said, if I know that, I will not ask him. Why did I ask him to relieve you and stay there? He was very unhappy. With 40 Jewish, they were fighting the people here. He was very unhappy. But this is what happened. And they put them in jail for 1 year. After 1 year, they were relieved.
But what happened to most of the men from Tantura who did not survive? What happened to them?
Many of them, all of them, not the old ones, went with the Jews to the prison. After they came out, many of them went to Syria and Lebanon to live there. They did not even live in Jordan.
I meant the man who did not survive
Who did not survive?
Tantura, yeah.
No, nobody stayed in Tantura if he is not surviving. And I mean, all people, either they are dead and they were يعني put in Tantura.
But how did they die?
How did they die? The people, some of them, like Adnan talked or wrote, as you said, and as you saw, they killed them, they dig places for them and put them in Tantura. And the people who were near the seashore also, like Adnan, they asked him to dig to put these people here. He put them there, and they cover. So nobody stayed, nobody were left in Tantura after that. No women, no men, no children, nobody. Some of them ran to near villages, like Fredis, like not Zammarin is Jews, like Fredis and the other places near Tantura. They have families. But it was invaded also, and they put their hands up. We don't know. They keep them there. They kick them out. The ones near. Qisari is very, very well known near the Tantura. Some people left to there, but they said, we don't want to fight. Left their hand up. They are living there from that time. They did not leave. Some of them.
So Adnan, I mean, the reason why Tantura is infamous is because apparently after it was taken by the Jewish soldiers, they separated men and women, and then they killed a lot of prisoners.
Yes. Yeah. They killed. Yeah. Like I told you, and this one was, he said, this is my father. He told Adnan, I'm killing my father.
Can you tell the story?
The story was, they asked Adnan and another man to come dig and put these people in,
So they had to dig mass graves, right? Big, large graves.
They give them, they give them all these metal things they used to dig, and the Jews were over them looking, dig here, and then we will put this in here together.
So how did the people for the mass graves, how did the men for the mass graves, how did they die?
They took them first, they did not allow to anybody to go. They put them, what we call it, they pull them to the wall, and they make it very hard. They cannot even walk, and they take them they are not dead, they are alive. They took them to kill them. خلاص, finished. They are not fighting, finished. Nobody is fighting. Nobody is fighting. The one like Adnan and those people, they are putting their hands up or sitting without taking anything to fight with. They kick them to the seashore. They put them there. But those people who they find guns with hand or anything to kill with, they took them, they are alive, and they took them, every 10 people together, and they dig places, like they asked Adnan and another man, you know the story, dig here to put those people. And that man with Adnan, he saw his father, one of them. And Adnan said, don't say anything. Now you will be with him. This is what I remember. Adnan said this story, but others, they did not leave any man in Tantura without killing him. They killed and they make the graves for them and they put them there. Many of them. And many of them, they took them to jail. Like, let's say, Adnan, Marwan, they are, I think, 5 together. And my uncle, he took him to, I told you, he took the white cloth to say, hi, we are khalas, let's be friends.
We surrender, yeah.
We are surrendering, yes, to surrender. And when he was making this, he saw them, they saw him, but they don't want. They still want to kill because their leader was killed at that day. They killed two men in front of my uncle who is holding they shouted at him, "Stay here." He put down his hand and he was waiting. They killed two in front of his eyes. He saw them. He knows two of them. They are a village and a small one. Everybody knows each other. Then the one from Zammarin, their country, was coming. It seems they asked him to come because he's a doctor to help for some of their ones that were injured. He came and he saw my uncle. And he left his hand up and he said, "If you kill him, I will kill you now. Leave him." In their language, Hebrews. Then they left him. My uncle was as he said, was the knife that they want to kill with. So he came up and he saw the two men. One of them was, his daughter was working at my uncle's house. He knows her. He knows him and he knows his daughter. Even the daughter, when my uncle went to jail with them and when he was released, she insisted to ask my uncle, "You see my father, I am sure you see him. Where is he now?" He told her he died, but he is going to God. "No, I know you are saying this to me to make me relax." No, he did not die. What can he say? Always my uncle says, what can I tell her? I told her that they killed him in front of me, but she did not believe. She doesn't want to believe, actually. It was very, very, very hard time. So they took them all to the jail for 1 year.
So those who they didn't kill?
Yes, they took them to jail. Yeah. All of them, like Adnan, like my cousins, like my uncles, like many people. When we were taking us to the car to take us out of the country, we see two ladies. I know them, the two. And I was looking. One of them, she saw her son was killed and dropped on the. So, and we were passing like this, and she saw him. She took the people, and she went to him to hug and cry, and they kill, kick her. Yalla, get up here, get up. So, as if she did not hear. She doesn't want to hear, and she was crying. Then they give, and we saw her. This one we saw when they shoot her. They shoot her, they stop. How did always when I remember, how we did not shout, we did not cry, we did not feel tired, afraid. How? Something as if you are seeing.
A mother saw her dead son
exactly
on the street.
Yeah. On the, near the street. Yeah. Near the street, near their house, you're passing their house. It is coming near the street. Tantura was a very small country and very little houses. She saw him. She dropped herself like this. So she started to shout.
Holding her dead son.
And shouting. And then they kicked and she did not listen. And they give her the... we saw that.
So they killed the mother who was holding her dead son.
Yes. And we continue walking. We continue walking. To where and why? But I remember when I stepped into the car and looked at the sea, I was seeing the sea and I see the high mountain, the small one high, the one that I saw, that I used to go and really cut the lilies from there. I cannot believe it, how much I started to talk to the lilies. I was talking. Now I like you see me crying when I remember, but I was talking to the lilies. Please, we are, as if I hear them shaking their hands like this, say bye, but I say, we will come back. We will come back. I'm sure we will come back. I had this feeling at that time.
Do you have any idea how many men were killed?
What I read from many people, that all the people together were more about 2,050 people.
250.
2,000 people, the people, women, men, children,
So the whole village, how many people were in the whole village?
This is the whole village I'm talking.
Okay, so it's 2,500 people in the village?
2,500 people, all the people
Yeah.
living in this village. How much the people who were killed, how much the men and how much the children, how much the women, I don't know. Yani, we can Google it sometimes. They put something like this, but we don't, yani, it's not exactly the number. But almost it is like this, yani. It is very small country, very, very small one. And I think they know that it is 2,500 people all together between men and women and children, like this.
Yeah. So then you went, where did you then end up? Most women, you were kind of deported from your own village, from Tantura, first in another village, and from there, where to?
Where to go? Tul Karim. Tul Karim is a city of Palestine now, and now before. It's not Jordan, it is Palestine. Family, it is Tul Karim, the place. Very good people. And they, at that time, I remember that I started to see the people, yani King Abdullah, the older, yani that one. They help Palestinians, yani they to take care of them, and Iraqi people came, and Syrian came, and Lebanese people came. Yani you can see the people from this is Syrian, this is whatever Iraqi, they are fighting for Palestine, but it is like they are making a play, not yani to play with the area all, but they know that it is not one is against another. It is something to tell the people we are doing the best we can, but they could not do anything by the end. Then one time, what make the change in this time? My brother was there, my sister was there because she came from Ramallah and stayed there in Tul Karim, and my brother came stay with us.
Tul Karim is where?
Tul Karim is near Nablus, if you know Nablus.
Okay.
Exactly, yani from Nablus to Tul Karim, half hour by car. Half hour. Nearer to the seashore from Tul Karim. She is near from Nablus. Yani Nablus more mountains. No, that one is the lands. Near, yani you can see Haifa from there. Half hour between Nablus and Tul Karim. We were in Tul Karim. Then my mother said, I cannot stay. One time we were sitting.
But you were free when you were in Tul Karim, you were free?
Yes, we were free, and the soldiers from all the Arab countries coming to fight to take care of the Palestinians and to send them back to their country. Like this, we were told. Then we were one time sitting with my mother and my sister and the brother, and somebody knocked the door, and my auntie was with us. He said, where is Fawzi? Where is this man here? She said, why, come. My brother was at that time 19 years old, young, he is young, and they took him. My auntie was afraid they will take him and then they will hit him. She said, wait, and she put his, gave him the blouse and the jacket and the palto also. And then she said, okay. The soldier told her, none of your business. Let me take him. He took him. After half hour, they brought him back. They hit him too much. And then we discovered that they are the Iraqi soldiers. And why they take him? Because my mother used to have cigarettes every 5 minutes. She makes that to what we call it, that one to the light to put on the hair.
The matches.
Yes, the matches. Yes, exactly. It makes light. They thought he is the one who is giving for the Jews signal to come to here. And they came. What are you doing? He said, nothing. Come. He did not understand why. Then after that, they explained to him that you are making notes for those to come. And he came back, Ram, he was very tired, and he told Mom, stop your cigarette that every minute you have to make it. They thought that we are giving to the adu, to the people to come here. And that's what happened at that time. That minute even, though the people in Tulkarem, which is very, very, very nice town, they are very jealous. They brought for us food and everything to eat and something. And if you want anything, we can help like this. My mother, when they took my brother, she said, I will not stay 1 minute here. Sorry, it should not be there. Correct? She told my father, I will not stay 1 minute after that. Then my father sent us to Damascus. We went to Damascus. We lived there 1 year. And this 1 year, at the end of this year, they take out from all the people from Tantura, they released them from jail. Adnan came and Marwan and all of them, Fuad and all of them came to Damascus. So we met again in Damascus. And then my father said, I don't want any place without Palestine. You want here to stay with your family? Okay, you are afraid? Okay, stay here with your family. I am going back to Nablus. Nablus, the city from Palestine. I cannot live anywhere except in Palestine. Then he went to Palestine.
Okay, so you stayed in Damascus.
Syria 1 year.
Yeah, but your father went back to Nablus?
He put us in Damascus and he came back directly to Palestine. He doesn't want to stay in any place without only in Palestine. And that year we went to school, me and my two daughter and my brother. The old sister was graduated from the high school. She doesn't need it. And the youngest one, he doesn't go 2 or 3 years ago only. He did not go. But me and my sister, we went to school, and my brother. So they started to give us food, like those areas where they are the world, people helping.
The international organizations. Yeah.
What we call it, international?
International help organizations.
Yes, organizations. Yeah. They started to give food to all the people there. And my mother has the problem with my older brother. He was like I told you, he wasn't 19, he was 18. I don't think more because I was 11, 12. He was 19, 2 years more. Anyways, he said, I am not going to ask for people to come to give me food. She said, but it is ours. We have to have it. If not, we don't. How can we eat? He said, I think, but I go and ask them, give me the food. I will not. Khalas, in that age, it was very hard for him. Who helped? Adnan and Marwan, the two brothers. They say, Auntie, we will go, bring for us and for you. And they used to bring for us the food from that.
And that was in Damascus?
In Damascus, yes.
So what did you do after Damascus?
My mother could not stay without my father a long time. She said, Khalas, finish, I cannot. He said, okay, you cannot, and I cannot come to Syria. You want me? You can come back to Palestine. We came back to Palestine, to Nablus. We stayed in Nablus. My father did not leave it at all. Even he went to the king one time, King Abdullah, not this one, the before one. And he asked him that we have with us people, Jews, and we have the Palestinian from Tantura. Can you help us to let them? And that one helped. My father went to the king and he asked him, and that one helped. They took them out, as I remember, as I was told. Then maybe, because there were 40 women from the people from the who invaded Tantura and that area, Haifa, with the soldiers here in Jordan. So he make it
Prisoner exchange.
the prisoners exchange. My father, when he saw who is coming, he said, if I know that you are the one, then you stay there. I will not allow. Yani he wants, yani that let me see the prisoners to be. But no, he did not say that when he said that when that was taken from the Jews. He did not care. He said, okay, they come back. And then really they came back.
So you came from Damascus to Jordan?
To Jordan.
Okay.
Yes, we came to Jordan. And we stayed here. My father stayed until he died. He did not leave. Yani, Jews, many of them, his friends who were in Haifa, they used to come and visit him, and he said, we will be together and like this. And my father, always, he was thinking of them as they are Palestinians, and they are Palestinians. One time he said, I will show my grandchildren, I will show them Palestine. They welcomed us, and we went and we saw Palestine with my children. My father took us to know that this is Palestine, that sometime you will take it back. Yeah. This is what he thought.
Yeah. So you went back with your children to Palestine.
Yes.
Yeah? That was in the 1980s, you said? So how old were your children?
19, not 80s, 19, when we were, it was 19, like, I'm very bad I can write it 19, let's say 20.
No, it's not possible.
Or 21. What 20?
No, in 48, Tantura happened in 48.
48, okay. 1 year in Damascus, in 48, 49, we were in Damascus, 49, 50, we came to Jordan, Nablus. Yes, exactly, 50. We came here at 50. Because my father doesn't want to live in any place.
When did you go back to Palestine with your kids?
When my kids later, when my children was the youngest one, 8 years old.
8 years old, yeah.
I got married when I was 52.
52, let's say.
Sama was
somewhere between 1960 and 1970 then.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Yes, my youngest child was 8 years old. Hassan was 12. Yeah. That was 10.
And there was no program from Israel to let you in?
No, my father has very, very big friends from Israel.
So he had Jewish friends, and they were
Jewish,
happy.
and they loved him, and he thought all the time that those people are not the people who deserve this country. They talked to my father, he and them, are the ones to live in this country. They always feel that those people coming from outside, but not from inside.
So the Jewish people, so they were Jewish, they were helping your father.
Yes.
And they were not agreeing with Jews from other countries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That even King Abdullah, he put him in jail one time for 1 year. He put my father in jail for 1 year. 1 year.
Okay, why?
Why? Because I'm not Jordanian. I am Palestinian. I want Palestine. I want you to help me to go back to Palestine. All the Arab world has to fight for Palestine to come back to the people.
But why did King Abdullah throw your father?
The older one.
Yeah.
For 1 year.
Yeah. Did they know each other well?
You know why? Did what?
Did your father and the king, did they know each other well?
My father was well known because he is the only one lawyer, muhami.
At that time.
Arabic. At that time, he was the only one.
Yeah.
So all those problems were with him. He has to think about it. He has to give the ideas about it. He knows. So he was, when he knew the king, so sorry, maybe that, it's not nice to be put, but that's what happened. He went, they put him in jail for 1 year.
Yeah, but why?
Why? Because he doesn't want anything but Palestinian. This is Palestine. This is not Jordan. This is not
Yeah,
for
but what
anybody.
did he do? What did he do that he...
He was, yani the Jews that was inside, they come to visit him. And they always tell him that we are together, the owners of this country. This is for us, for you, for us, for everybody lived in this, in Palestine. In Palestine,
not Jordan. So,
not Jordan.
but why did the king
They
of
hear
Jordan...
that, maybe they hear that some people coming from
okay,
there
okay,
to
okay,
do
okay,
this,
okay.
as if he is planning to be Jordan is thing and Palestine is another thing.
Okay.
And this is Palestine. This is not part of Jordan.
Yeah.
This is what my father thought. This is Palestine. And that is Jordan. We are friends.
Okay. But I believe we covered quite some topics. You have, of course, a whole other story still. You were for 30 years in Iraq. Sorry, you were for 30 years in Kuwait.
Yeah.
And had to flee with your family once the Iraqi soldiers came and invaded Kuwait.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that would be a story that would be a topic for a complete, for another interview. Yeah. What I would like to highlight is that you had an extraordinary life. You had to build up your life, you and your family. You had to build up your life multiple times in multiple countries. You have seen things when you were little that nobody wishes to see, right? And you have established yourself at the end here in Jordan.
Yeah. Yes.
You're very well educated. You're very well traveled. You have 3 successful sons. Yeah. They have spread their wings around the globe.
That's right.
So I believe despite what you all went through, you have succeeded in your life.
Yeah, for sure, yes. I'm proud of my husband, what he did. From my father, first of all, what he insisted to be. And I'm very proud of him, of course. And he made his best to fight to take back Palestine. To be, yani, we love Jordan, we love it. Yani, like you are, some people, you are guest at some people place or house. They were very good for you. They are so nice for you. But still you love them. You love them too much, but still you are not this area. You are there. Not, you want to be at home. And this is not your home. Our home is there. It is Palestine. Yani, my father died and he says, my place is Palestine. One time, now this is not put here, one time he sent one soldier to take care of him, not to leave the place. Yani. And then my father used to be, okay, all the day. He was, as I say, muhami, lawyer. We say it lawyer, or what is it? Is the word correct? Sometimes I feel as if it is not. Muhami is excellent, the word, the Arabic one. I mean, he has too much work and they like him so much. And he is very, very well يعني, known for his...
Here in Jordan?
In Jordan. And there was no Jordan. There is nothing. Here, nothing. There was nothing. Only one street and the king.
So who sent the man for your father?
My father, some people told, of course, yani, they come, they saw that this man is Palestinian. Whatever you do, he will not be Jordanian. Yani, he will not feel he is Jordanian. He always say, I'm Palestinian. And it will come back for some time. I will go back to my place. And here it is, I love Jordan because they are protecting us. They took us in their laps when needed. They are very good people, but it is not our country. Our country is Palestine. Palestine. This is what my father says. We are Palestinians.
But I didn't understand what you said. You said the king sent somebody for...
One time, they want to let him yani, leave this feeling, be here. The only lawyer was him here. Anybody wants any something for the needs to go to the government or to the those. He is the only one was. Others after that came. Many of the Palestinians studied to be like lawyers in that one, but he was the only one there, and he was very clever, and he knows everything.
So why did the king send somebody for your father?
Because they knew, they say it bluntly that why Jordan is coming to take Jerusalem and Nablus. Why? This is Palestine. It is not Jordan.
So they were critical.
Yeah, it is not Jordan. This is Palestine. Yani here the borders. Palestine here, Jordan here. This is Palestine. And the king doesn't want that. Yani at least they want to feel that it is okay, same country now like this, they are fighting for Palestinians to come back. But still, my father said at some time they came to Jerusalem, yani as if they are staying there and it is part of Jordan. It is not part of, no, my father, this one does not allow. This is not Jordan, this is Palestine. Palestine, and it starts from here. They are very good people. They took us in very good care. But this is Palestine, and this is Jordan, like Syria and Iraq, like Iraq and let's say here Jordan. Iraq is something different. It is not Saudi Arabia, everything, all these things. But don't ever say in front of me that this is Jordanian. This is Palestine. And he died, and he's saying that until the last minute of his life. Until the last minute of his life, he said that.
Fayzeh, on that note, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for your kindness.
Thank you.
I'm now here the third time, so you're very patient.
No,
you served me all kinds of
Haram, but you did not
delicious,
take.
not yet, not yet. All
She
kinds
has.
yeah.
She can make tea for you if you want
yes.
now or anything.
Thank you very much for your time for this interview.
You're welcome anytime. I hope I said that I don't want to say anything wrong about Jordan, but you know that. But I'm telling you what happened. But yani, like I say about Kuwait, sometimes why Kuwait? I said, don't say anything wrong about Kuwait. Every country, everybody has good things and bad things. Yeah. We cannot be any God or prophets. We are human beings. But Kuwait took us in her holding us when we needed it. And they are very, very friendly with us because they said, you are the one who helped us when we were nothing. They always say it to us, the people who went first to Kuwait, not the people now who goes. And they about Kuwait, stop it. Kuwait took us when we are only, يعني I am too much ثرثرة. In Arabic it is ثرثرة, يعني to say like this, to disturb the others.
Good. It's all good. Thank you.